Hi, I'm Mike from Rock and Load, and I'm here talking today with Tom, Simon, Jim, and Surrey from the fantastic Trucker Diablo. So thank you guys for talking to us today.
No problem.
It's
Brilliant, man.
a pleasure talking
Good to be
you
here.
guys. Thank you.
Awesome.
Your most recent album, your third album, Rise Above the Noise, you used Pledge to fund it, to release it. How do you find Pledge work for you?
It was successful administrative ways. It was a pain in the balls.
Oh, yeah.
But, because I sent everything out. No, but it was good. It was. I think the whole reinforcement from the fans behind you just really gives you that.
Absolutely.
This is what we should be doing, you know,
Yeah.
because there's people out there that want to hear this, so we are duty bound to do this for them. So it was great.
You took, in 2014, you took a short but indefinite hiatus, didn't you?
Yep.
So, did Pledge help you to come back again? What was the reason why you came back into the music business?
Well, after the break, I had a lot of time in my hands, so I had started writing a lot of songs, and I think there was probably about 30, 40 songs really knocking about. A lot of them trucker, a lot of them not trucker.
Yeah.
So over the months, you know, Simon and I had said, well, look, let's get together and do something because, you know, we're bored
Sounds
of
good.
kids here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so we started doing that anyway, and we've always written together, and we just knew this was building to something, and the songs we just felt, look, there's definitely something here.
Yeah, yeah.
So that really helped us get in the mindset, look, let's just get back together, but let's do it on our own terms.
Yeah.
So that's the way it worked out.
You had 30 or 40 songs, but there's only 10 songs on the album.
There is.
Isn't it? So how did you whittle it down to those 10 songs?
Well, at the time, I was approached by a guy who apparently was working for a record company in the States, and he asked me to write tunes. So I had started just to write out loads of tunes. So there was immediate sort of separation that we knew was trucker and knew was kind of like very commercial that wouldn't sort of fit. So it was just really that, and Simon had sent a few songs my way and I sort of finished them, and then there was probably about 14, 15 songs, and then we just said, right, well, these are the top 10 really.
Yeah.
From there.
It's quite hard to like whittle it down, you know, to get a package and see what looks right and sounds right. But you know, we've done that the last time. That's why we couldn't decide. So we released 14 songs on Songs of Iron. Yeah. So, but this time we were like trying to be stringent and you know, trying to really tighten it up, like you know.
Yeah.
But so we did manage to whittle it down to the best 10 songs that we thought would be cool on the album. So it worked.
The songs that you say that aren't trucker songs, are they just throwaway songs now, or have you offered them to somebody else?
Just like acoustic songs. A few of them were emailed a few people, and there were some positive responses, but nothing really came of it. So a lot of them are probably acoustic ideas just floating about, but a lot of them, you know, are probably going to translate maybe in the next album, because there's some songs there that we felt were
sometimes
strong.
it's just not right for that particular vibe and that
didn't
particular
fit
time,
those songs,
you know.
yeah.
But that's not to say they won't, you know, raise their ugly head somewhere else along down the line, you know. That
because
type of thing.
tonight we did a short set in the VIP area, and we played a new song, which we've sort of worked on in rehearsal, and it went down really well. So, you know, it might make the next album, it might not make the next album, but we feel it's good right now. So that's why it's
good to play. So it bounces.
So which are each of your favourite songs on the new album? Then do you all have one favourite song, or are they all different?
I have a few favourites, like Murder Ballad, which was the last song we actually written. That's probably one of my favourites, and I would say I
like it because when you're playing it live, you get a bit of a break. You get your breath back,
Yeah.
you know, because it's like
it's a bit more
on,
sort of bluesy,
and
a
then
bit
you
more
sort
slower.
it's a wee bit more relaxed, a wee bit more like chilled.
I like We Stand Strong as well, because that was one of the songs that we had actually written a few years ago, and then we didn't finish, but then we finished for this album.
Yeah.
Well, talking of We Stand Strong, you've put a few teasers out, haven't you, on Facebook to the video, and there seems to be quite a moral message to the video, so can you tell us a bit more about that?
It's just really just stand up for what you believe in. You know, it can be whatever you want, you know, and that's we try to convey in the video. You know, we have some sort of, you know, subliminal messaging and some photographs in there, but it's really just standing up for, if you feel it, you know, strongly about something, then you should stand up for what you believe in. That's really what it is. And
when can we see the full video, and when's the single released?
It's out on 27th of November.
I'll show you in 5 minutes.
There we go. But end of the month, 27th of November.
Right. Cool. Obviously, Jim, you're the new member of the band, even though how long have you been in the band now? It's quite a while, isn't it?
I suppose January.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, where did you come from? How did you find Jim?
Mummy's belly. Well, for me, the pledge thing is the thing that really sort of sparked it. I'd been a fan of the band for years, and I hadn't. The last time I played in a band before Trucker this time round must have been 15, 20 years ago, sort of thing. So, and I had just signed up to the pledge thing for the album as a fan.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of going, hang on a second, there's only 3 people in those photographs,
Right.
you know. And then the next thing, they put out an update saying, you know, at some point in the future we're going to be looking for a bass player. And I sort of hemmed and hawed about it and thought, should I or shouldn't I? And I just thought, why not? And I emailed Tom, and Tom came back and said, look, we're not exactly at that point at the minute, but, you know, when we are, you know, we'll bear you in mind. And then the next thing, I got a message saying, do you want to come out and meet us? And it was just a meet and greet. There was no instruments involved, sort of thing. And then we arranged a rehearsal in start of January. And about midway through it, the guys just very subtly, which I never saw coming at all because they were so subtle about it, you know. It was really, really subtle. When they left the room, and, you know, it was Tom came back in and went,
Like Chinese whispers.
Simon, I've got that thing in the car for you. And Simon's looking at him blankly going, what thing?
We'll give him a big
that
cardboard
thing,
pouch,
that thing. And he's
You
going,
have to come out and
what
see
thing?
it
And he was just like, come out to the fucking car. You know, and
He
brought him out.
He brought his Rickenbacker, and then he said he brewed his own beer, so you're in.
Yeah, that was
Anybody
it.
has a rig
Yeah. So that was it, yeah. And it just went from there. So
Good. And it looks like you've just slotted in as seamlessly as anything could seamlessly
yeah.
be.
Well, I was
Really
in the
lucky,
habit,
to be honest, because, you know, we could have been still auditioning bass players
Yeah.
and no one could have fit. Jim was the first to get in contact. He was the first to come down and meet us. He owns a Rickenbacker. Bruce is over there. So it was a no-brainer, you know.
I wonder if that's the first time that Pledge has ever appointed a member of a band.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Could be.
Pretty much.
Could be.
Excellent.
We just didn't have the $1 million to offer him, you know.
Yeah. Well, not yet. You never know. Never know. Talking of which, what are the aspirations for Trucker Diablo now? Coming into 2016, what have you got planned? The world's your oyster, isn't it, really?
Yeah, well, I think now, you know, just because of that break, you know, it's really on our own terms, really, and it kind of feels a bit more, you know, less pressure in a way, because I think we said before, the year before we took a break, we did 46 shows in a year, which is a lot for us, because a lot of them were in the UK, you know, and that kind of, you know, it put a lot of pressure on family life and things like that, so we had to really take a step back. But now, you know, it's great that when we come over here, you know, people said doing Northern Irish rock scene is great, which it is, but the fan scene over here for the band is just, it just blows our
Yeah, it's
mind.
phenomenal.
It really does, because we come over here, you know, people are going, how's it's going, you know, got your album and all this, which is just phenomenal for us. So we just want to do as much as we can within the limitations that we have, but really, you know, give back to the fans, because the fans through Pledge have really reinforced it for us that they want us to be here. So
I mean, in Northern Ireland, there are some outstanding bands. For such a small country,
yeah.
there's a lot of outstanding bands. Do you find that you've had to come further afield for you to stand out, for you to get more recognition?
Well, you have to. It's
Yeah,
just
that
like a
seems
rite
to
of
be-
passage in a way.
That seems to be the way for bands, you know, they have to leave home, do well somewhere else, and then they're recognised back in their home turf, you know, when
Yeah.
they do go back.
And the saying
You know,
is
the
have to- you have to go-
camaraderie between bands in Northern Ireland is outstanding.
Yeah, I know,
Everybody's out to help each other, everybody supports each other, but it's totally different fan base wise. You know, we could still go and play a club and we have no idea whether it's going to be, you know, packed or empty or half. But we know when we come over here, you know, the club's going to be good. The fan base over here is a lot better than home.
Yeah.
And that seems to be just the way of it, you know what I mean? But in Northern Ireland at the minute, the scene in Northern Ireland is fantastic.
It is. A lot of fantastic bands. Like you say, you're doing things on your own terms now. Do you find that it's totally different to when just before you broke up last time? That now you're in control of everything.
Yeah, I think, you know, before. I know
It's a difficult question, I know.
It's kind of stupid in a way, because you're kind of like, you know, there's still a chance we could make it.
Yeah.
There's still a chance,
Yeah.
but there's not. There's, you know, you're not really going to break over that wall unless major record company going to come down and pick you up, which is just unheard of these days. You know, unless you're really sort of making waves, and just with our limitations in terms of what we can do, you know, we know that's not going to happen. But we love playing music and we love playing together, so we're just going to do what we think is right for the band. You know, we're not, you know, we've been offered so many shows and we turned down so many shows, so we're only going to do what we think is either going to benefit the band profile wise, or if we think it's a good show, we're going to do it. So in terms of, you know, that it's liberating in a way, because we really, even though, you know, we have Off Your Rocker on our side as a record label and they fully support us, you know, we can really sort of, you know, put into terms what we want to do, which is great.
Off Your Rocker are a great record label, which is obviously they run hard rock hell as well.
They're great, yeah.
So they've put together a great lineup this year for hard rock hell, especially
really
on tonight, the Thursday night.
Yeah.
All 5 bands are a fantastic, it's a fantastic lineup.
Our label mates, and obviously Black Label.
Absolutely. If you could choose, you probably have something different, each of you. If you could choose a band to come on a festival lineup before you and a band to follow you, who would it be?
Before
Would be difficult. Would be difficult.
Metallica after.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a no-brainer.
You want someone crop on before you?
Erasure.
Erasure.
Before you.
Well, fucking right said Fred. Maiden after.
Yeah.
Maiden after. Yeah.
Got Maiden and Metallica
Face me more.
afterwards.
Somewhere in between there.
Yeah, and Erasure and Right Said
Yeah,
Fred
that's the one.
before you.
Sounds like a great festival lineup. You know. Trucker in between.
It would.
That sounds good. Trucker sandwich.
Yeah. Right, guys, thank you very much. It's been an
Cheers,
absolute
thank you.
pleasure talking
Thank
to you.
you.
Good luck tonight.
Yeah.
Good luck for next year. I'm sure it'll be a fantastic year for
Yeah,
you.
hopefully.
So, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Brilliant.